So I just want to say how happy I am that I made it through all my comics by Saturday. I don't normally make it through my comics until like Monday sometime. I usually drag. Um, like I said, I kind of had a short week this week. Um, there were a couple of books that I'm just letting build up. American Legend, I let the series finish off. I'm not reading Momentic until I get issue 3 next month, and then I'm just going to sit down and read it like a trade. Uh, I'm not really hyped to read Annihilator, but, I got the first 5 issues, so, uh, you know, I'll sit down and read that eventually. But I wanted to go ahead and go through my DC titles, and it's in no particular order, but I read Arkham Manor. I think I'm about to drop this book. Um, The first issue was okay. I felt a little lost. This issue, I wasn't really lost. I really didn't care. Um, I really didn't like kind of whiny Batman. Um, there were a couple of things that I did like. I kind of liked the interaction between the inmates in Arkham. I like this scene here where you've got like Scarecrow and Grundy and Mad Hatter and all these people that are sitting in a room with Batman and they don't have any idea. That was kind of good. But yeah, that's pretty much, that'll be the last issue of that I'm going to get. I read Catwoman number 36. I really like this cover. I like the last cover a lot too, but on this cover he got an assist by June Chung, and I'm wondering if that's what made the difference in this. This cover, man, is freaking awesome. Really liking this Catwoman series. I like her as a mob boss. I like her trying to do the whole reconstruction thing. I really like these little historical women's like quote things. You know, last issue you had Elizabeth, and this issue you've got this Duchess who was the daughter of the Pope thing, and that's really interesting. Somebody that reads Eternal needs to tell me whether or not this new Catwoman imposter woman has something to do with Eternal, because I kind of felt lost with her, that I didn't really know who she was. At first I thought that she was the woman that Catwoman has helping her out, but more I read, I didn't really think that was the case, and I don't really know. I mean, but I'm really liking this series and the way it's going. I mean, I was one of the few people that really liked the last series with Anna Santi. I mean, I'm a huge Catwoman fan, so I'll pretty much like anything that she's having to do with. Deathstroke number 2. I really didn't like number 2 as much as I liked number 1. The art in this is still just top notch. I mean, Tony S. Daniel is an amazing artist, but I felt like in this story, like it would have been better if you had a writer. I'm not really into this story, and I mean, I love Deathstroke. I sat through all of the crap that was his last series, and there was a good reveal at the end of this issue, and the art in it, like I said, was just top notch. I love the way that Bronze Tiger and Lady Shiva look here, but I'll keep collecting it because of the fact that I'm a Deathstroke fan, and that's just what I do. But I'll really be happy if at some point he stops writing and drawing that book and they bring in somebody else. I read Red Lantern, God's Head, Act 2, Part 4, I believe it is. Guy Gardner is just gone nuts. As always, it's Guy Gardner doing what he does, doing his own prerogative type thing, but and he almost seems like he's just doesn't care anymore. The Red Lanterns have been decimated, and he feels guilty about that, and the way that he corrects that is, he goes to Simon Baz and has Simon Baz go with him to Cyborg and open up this boom tube, and he goes on this big long spiel about how that he's always, drawing people into his battles, and then what does he do? He takes Simon Baz to this other planet, or to the New Genesis to fight against the new gods, and that just seems just, counterproductive to what it was that he was trying to say. I really think that he needs to get together with Sinestro, because him and Sinestro have kind of got the same, basic outlook on all this, which is that we just need to go and, kick these guys' ass. And I believe if they got together, they might be able to do it. But yeah, I mean, I'm really liking this God's Head. I know it's from last week, but I read Supergirl, that crazy good series. I've been reading Supergirl since, I don't know, forever, and this is the first time in the New 52, at least, that she seems like she has some direction. This reminded me a lot of The Culling, and I really liked The Culling. I felt that, it kind of carved out what the Teen Titans were doing. And even though the Legion Lost got canceled, kind of carved out what they were doing. Even though the Ravagers got all killed off by Deathstroke and all, kind of carved out what they were doing. I feel like these characters that were in this series, that there's some potential for them in the future to either be villains in Supergirl, and I saw a supporting cast in this book, and that was pretty cool. It wasn't that she was just her own person. It just kind of seemed like in the previous, at least the previous 1 through 30, it just kind of seemed like she was directionless and just always moping, and I don't know, really subpar Power Girl. Although I did like it whenever her and Power Girl were in the same place and she realized she was a clone. But anyway, yeah, Supergirl was really good. Read Batman 66. Every issue of this, I wonder why it is that I keep reading this. I wonder why the sales on this must be so good. All I can figure is that people pick up random issues of this and don't collect the whole run. They just see Batman 66 on the shelf and think, oh wow, Batman 66, let me pick that up. And, the series is kind of set up like that, like a bunch of single issue stories that you don't have to read the whole series. You just pick up that issue. I think maybe they would be better served if they did like the series did, which I've just been binge watching for the last week and a half, since I got that Blu-ray collection. But if they would do two or three issue arcs, maybe people would pick up random issues and then be like, oh, I want to see how this ends, just like you had to tune in next week. But all in all, this book has really been good. The art in this issue was the best so far, my favorite art. It was just, the colors and everything about this art were just, I thought, awesome. The art and everything was done by, what's this guy's name? Scott Kowalczyk. And, yeah, it was really good. It was really enjoyable. Every issue of this is enjoyable. Every time I think I want to drop this, the next issue comes out and it's just as good as one before. I got a free variant this week, so I decided I would go ahead and check in with Aquaman and see what was going on. I really like Aquaman and the Lego stuff, so I went ahead and thought that I would pick up his cover. Also, I read Aquaman up until issue 25. Bullshit. Really enjoyed it. I was kind of disappointed with this because of the fact that it's been 10 or 11 issues since I read Aquaman, and when I read this issue, I felt like I missed an issue, not like I missed 11 issues. I'm real glad that I dropped this because I didn't see anything in this that was just, that I was just like, wow, that was totally crazy. Like I said, I felt like I missed one issue, and I haven't read it in 11. Not to mention that I didn't read Aquaman and the others. So, But all in all, I mean, DC was pretty satisfying. I really like the direction of what they're doing with their female characters. I really like that second issue of the new creative team on Batgirl. And Supergirl was great. Batwoman, Wonder Woman had its moments. You know, everything that's going on with these characters right now um, is different, but it's not like it's a bad different. Um, but anyway, that's all I got to say about that. I'm going to get around to watching this game before Florida goes and screws us up.